Phuket Extra is brought to you by Coast Beach Club and Bistro at Centara Grand Beach Resort. Chill in the sun, sip under the stars.
Sawadee krap and welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by Coast Beach Club and Bistro at Centara Grand Beach Resort, Phuket. I'm JP Mastanza, and let's catch you up with all the news you need to know. The number of lifeguards patrolling Phuket's beaches could be cut down after the island's provincial council slashed their funding by 10% in the latest budget. The Phuket Provincial Administrative Organization cut their lifeguard funding to 19.8 million baht per year for each of the next 3 years, down from 22 million baht a year. When asked why it was cut, PPAO Acting Chief Wacharin Patong Watanapang told the Phuket News that, quote, "It's not worth paying that much for Phuket lifeguards." And he said he believes hotels will provide staff to support existing lifeguards. This is despite the fact the hotels already funded the lifeguard budget through the hotel tax at 1% of each room rate charged at every registered hotel in the province. There's so much more to this story, so visit thephuketnews.com to get the latest. And with the controversial computer crime bill set to be passed this Thursday by the parliament, civic groups continue to sound the alarm, with some launching an online campaign urging lawmakers to stop the passage of the potential new law. The bill, which is currently being vetted by the National Legislative Assembly, is aimed at protecting key institutions by making it illegal to post false information or make hate speech online. A 5-member screening committee is going to be established, and they would have the power to shut down any website they deem as, quote, in conflict with good morality. But groups like the Internet Law Reform Dialogue say the wording in the law is too broad and would leave open the door for lawmakers to go after anyone who is critical of them, their institutions, and agencies. And Thai authorities are admitting that they're not on the same page when it comes to how they should go after and arrest embattled abbot Pra Dhammajayo from the country's biggest temple, Wat Dhammakaya, in Pathum Thani. It all stems from the charges of laundering billions of baht and encroaching on public land that have been filed against the former abbot, who many say is hiding out in the temple, blocked by thousands of supporters who have flocked there just yesterday. National Police, the Department of Special Investigation, and the military all met yesterday for 5 hours to come up with an operation plan, but it was no use, and no plan has been set to go up to the court to ask for a search warrant of the premises. With reports of an imminent raid, meanwhile, thousands of disciples showed up to the temple ready to block the way of entrances for authorities, just like earlier this year when hundreds of thousands of people showed up and DSI officials were unable to get inside to arrest the revered monk. And Phuket Extra will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. And it's a tragic ending for one Korean couple as their honeymoon turned into a nightmare during a snorkeling trip to Coral Island yesterday. During the excursion, 33-year-old Jung Yong-soo of South Korea is believed to have drowned after he allegedly refused to wear a life jacket. He arrived in Phuket with his new bride just 2 days earlier, and now the investigation into his death is ongoing. And police in Hua Hin believe it was all a double murder-suicide after a Thai man shot his wife in the head for talking to her co-worker over the weekend. 28-year-old fruit seller Sushin Drimtuan had dropped off his wife at her job at a Hua Hin resort, but later decided to go back and talk to her. That's when he saw her talking to one of the painters at the resort, and he got in a jealous rage, police say, and shot her 3 times with a 9mm gun, and then shot the painter twice. Both were found dead at the scene. The husband's lifeless body was later found at the couple's home, and police are investigating. And finally, former political party boss and entertainment tycoon Chuwit Kamolvisit is being released from jail on a royal pardon, along with about 30,000 other prisoners around Thailand. The announcement came over the weekend with about 100,000 prisoners qualified for a royal pardon, though 70,000 will see their sentences reduced. This is the second time Chuwit is receiving a royal pardon, this time after he was convicted back in January of this year for destroying several bars in the heart of Bangkok back in 2003, and he was serving a 2-year sentence. For more on this story, visit thephuketnews.com. And that's it for today's Phuket Extra. We're looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Moving? Sending stuff from Phuket? Or maybe you need some important items brought to the island? USPPhuket.com. Put yourself in experienced hands. USPPhuket.com.
Strength and conditioning classes, Phuket's only official CrossFit, yoga, basic and Olympic lifting,
mobility and recovery classes,
ice baths,
saunas, and free weights. Go hard or go home.